What is up, guys? Skyler here. Today we're doing Zeus versus Thor, requested by you guys. One thing I wanted to say before we start is drop a sub if you're new here. And what's going to be important is an update I have for you guys. We're getting to 1,000, and we're probably going to hit that pretty soon. I can imagine it being by the end of the month, if not the beginning of next month. And once you get to 1,000 subscribers, you can monetize your channel. And here's what I want to tell you what I'm going to do with that. I'm going to monetize my channel, and the money I make, because I do like the opportunity I have gotten with ERB's contest, becoming a higher Patreon with them. I'm already a Patreon because I support their content and the opportunity they've given me. But I think it's only fair that some of the money I make definitely goes into that. So I don't know, how much this is going to do because I don't really know how YouTube's money making works. But if I get an opportunity, I'll definitely be bumping up that Patreon because I feel like that's right. And I know a lot of reaction channels, it's kind of it can kind of be seen as like a cash grab or something and pretty easy. And I do feel like my content is transformative because it tends to be, 10, 15 minutes long for a 3-minute video. But I do feel like that's still, that definitely make up for it. But yeah, let me know y'all's thoughts down below. All right, let's just jump straight into it. That was my longest intro yet by like a minute. Dude, this is insane already.
My immortal foe. I'm a father of the gods. Put your daddy on the phone. Baby, only can beg me for a truce. Cause when Zeus lets loose, I'll put your cross, dress your neck in a noose.
Dude, already that's hard. But I was kind of focused at the beginning on this is crazy. The shots and everything like that. Like, this is what I'm talking about. This takes so much effort from ERB. I don't know who did this, how they filmed this. Well, I know how they did. These frame by frames, watching picture by picture, these still frames. This takes so much time. I wonder how much time this took to film all this, because this is nuts. This takes so much time. Because what they do is they move, to do these movements with them, like their hand gestures and everything. They have to move, like, depending on how many times it's shot, they have to, each piece, they take a picture, and they just keep doing that to make this video. That's insane. Okay, so let me listen to it one more time. I was kind of in all over the shootings. The shooting of course, the video. Let me listen to it again to really get the bars.
How dare you challenge my immortal foe? I'm a father of the gods. Put your daddy on the phone. Baby, Odin can beg me for a truce. Cause when Zeus lets loose, I'll put your cross, dress your neck in a noose.
Okay, hard bars off the start. Godly, whatever that is. Like, that looks like Medusa coming up. That's terrifying. But even in Lego form. So I like it. So, Legos, I thought this would be kind of a joke in sense, but they're going hard. I'll put your cross-drecking neck in a noose. Zeus's hammer got stolen. I don't know how to pronounce. There's like a name for his hammer. I don't know how to pronounce it. It got stolen, and what Loki and Zeus did is they dressed up as women to get it back to the person they stole it from. I don't remember who they stole it from. I just remember that. And one thing I did like here is my immortal throne, of course, meaning Mount Olympus. I'm the father of the gods. Put your daddy on the phone, and then he references Odin. Maybe Odin can beg me for a truce. Odin is Thor's father. So, we need to, he's kind of like big dogging him, saying, get your daddy on the phone. This is a big boy conversation. You don't belong here. I like that. Good start.
I'm like Medusa. I stone a motherfucker if he looks at me wrong. I'm a bull getting bitches with my swan song. I'm on point like both sides tried it. Rhymes cooler than the frosty balls of your child.
Okay. Oh god, Thor's about to go in. Okay, so the frost giants are kind of, an enemy we see a lot in Thor. Nothing crazy about that. And then he's saying, I'm on point like Poseidon's trident. I don't need to go over that. That's pretty obvious. But one thing, I'm a bull getting bitches. What did he say? With my swan schlong. So Zeus was known to take many forms and visit the mortals. And one of the things he'd do is, take the form of an animal and seduce women with being an animal. The swan being the most memorable one because he raped a woman as a swan. And then, he attracted women with animals as like with a bull and shit like that. It's kind of weird. And then the reference here, I stone a motherfucker for looking at me wrong. Medusa stone. We know that. I wonder, but Zeus didn't have the power to turn people to stone. So I wonder if he means literally throw rocks, stone them. Because in the old times, they'd stone people to death. I'm guessing that's the reference there. But yeah, this is some stuff right here.
Fucker if he looks at me wrong. I'm a bull getting bitches with my swan song. I'm on point like Poseidon shape-shifting rapist. I get a taste of the Scandinavian greatness brought forth by my rage and thunderstorm force. Cause I don't get nice, I get Norse.
Okay. So off the bat, so he says, you know, he's kind of being a little bit braggadocious, but he did hit him with a hard line. You shape-shifting rapist, what we talked about before. Zeus like taking forms of other people and seducing women and things like that. So that was hard. That was the hardest line so far. And my Scandinavian greatness, because Thor, that's where Thor's from. So I like that. And he's saying, I don't get nice, I get Norse. The Norse Vikings, they're known to be ruthless and things like that. So I like that. He's starting off strong, and he has the best bar so far.
Thunderstorm force, cause I don't get nice, I get Norse. Valhalla at your boy,
Loki.
and we'll fight it out.
Valhalla at your boy, okay.
Ragnarok the house. You don't kiss your sister, that's grosser than a gorgon. On the thunder down under nailing Natalie Portman.
They even bring the Star Wars reference, but Natalie Portman also played in Thor. But I did like the reference here. You're grosser than a Gorgon. The Gorgons are like Medusa's people. They're like underworld disgusting women. You know, with the snakes coming out of their hair and stuff like that. So we all know that. But you tongue kiss your sister, because that's true. Hera was Zeus's sister. You know, incest was pretty common back then. That seems to be a reoccurring theme in these ERBs. But this was where he really kicked it up. So he said at the beginning, Valhalla at you, boy. Valhalla is like the heavens to them. And then the flight, which is fly, we'll fly it out, we'll duke it out. But keep your Asgard up. You know, that's Thor's home. I'll Ragnarok the house. Yeah, Ragnarok the house. So Ragnarok is like their apocalypse. It's when the earth gets flooded, like a huge flood engulfs earth, and even gods die within it. That's how insane of a flood it is. So he's saying, you know, I'll rock you up, I could tear you up. So I like that, dude. He's going hard right now. All the references and
kiss your sister, that's grosser than a gorgon. On the thunder down under nailing Natalie Portman. Who would ever worship someone as abusive as Zeus? You're ruthless to humans, your crew is like the clash of the douches. Ruling over the Greeks, so people weak and fright. I'd spit in your face, but you'd probably like it. Only a mindless.
I spit on your face, you'd probably like it. So in Greek, and I don't know if it's today, but I know a long time ago. Is that referenced in Hercules, the movie? If you spit on someone 2 or 3 times, it's considered good luck, believe it or not. That's an old Greek tradition. So he's saying you'd probably like it. But, so, dude, that flow was really nice, though. And he says, you know, you're the clash of the douches, clash of the titans. You know, because the gods were, you know, although they were like the protectors of Earth and over these people, they were pretty ruthless when they got, you know, anytime they were in the crossfire, got involved, they'd kill people, they didn't give a fuck. And like Zeus raped people. So, you know, you could say they treat them pretty poorly. And dude, the flow was so nice. Like, let's go over it again one more time.
Someone as abusive as Zeus is, you're ruthless to humans. Your crew is like the clash of the douches. Ruling over the Greeks, so people weak and fright. I'd spit in your face, but you'd probably like it.
Yeah, the people were scared of the gods. Zeus was pretty ruthless, even with his own gods. Like, you know, he'd send his own family on weird quests, and he was just abusive to them too. There's lots of folklore about it. So, you know, there's a lot of stuff about it. That could be taken very many ways, though. Like, there's not one way to take that. That could be like a quadruple entendre, and I don't even know. And I'm sure you guys will let me know, because that could be taken very many ways with all the lore going on.
Who would knock the fathers of philosophy? But you'd probably like it. Only a mindless fool would knock the fathers of philosophy. My Greeks built the bedrock of democracy. With astronomy, they charted out the movements of my kin. All the pimps on Mount Olympus and me, the kingpin.
All these pimps in Mount Olympus. Mount Olympus is like where the 12 gods stay. There was more than how many. And I'm the kingpin because Zeus was like the leader of them. So I like that. The astronomy is was made famous by the Greeks. You know, that's where it got its a big start. I believe it was done a little bit beforehand, but you know, it really got it really got used a lot when it came to them, and that's what they believed. They named the stars and planets after their gods. So yeah. But I did like the Greeks built democracy, the bedrock for democracy, the foundation, because the Greeks in Athens specifically was the first civilization to know of democracy. It was different to how it is now, but they laid the bedrock, the foundation for it. I like that. And then only a mindless fool would knock the fathers of philosophy, mentioning Aristotle and Plato, and I'm guessing Socrates too, even though Socrates challenged the gods and just religion ideals in general. So, dude, he's flexing. But one thing I'm getting is Zeus isn't very direct towards Thor. Thor's throwing some hard shots at Zeus, and Zeus is just boasting about himself and his people, which is cool. But in a battle, you got to be direct, man. You're kind of missing your mark here.
Astronomy, they charted out the movements of my kin. All the pimps on Mount Olympus and me the kingpin. Let this sink in. I'm about to rain on your parade. Easy trigger finger quicker with the bolts than Usain.
Usain Bolt.
I'll be the first to put it in writing. MC Hammer just got struck twice by Grease lightning.
So we know the Grease lightning reference and MC Hammer. Those two are pretty obvious. I do like the history reference right here. You say, what do you say? I'll be the first to put it in writing. Quicker, what do you say? Your history, I'll be the first to put it in writing. The Greeks were not the first to come up with writing. That is not what he means. He has to be meaning history. Herodot was like the first historian per se. So we'll be the first to put it in your history. So the Herodot reference, I like that. And then, the Usain Bolt reference and stuff like that. Zeus, the god of light, or the god that you could wield lightning. So I like that.
I'll be the first to put it in writing. MC Hammer just got struck twice by Grease lightning. Rain, old man, this is hardly a drizzle. You couldn't give the women in my homeland a sniffle. You can keep your astronomer. I'll sail with the conquerors for thousands of kilometers, discovering the continents.
Keep your astronomers. I'm here with the conquerors. Because the Vikings, the conquerors, and the Vikings were actually the first to discover North America. Lee Erickson. Everyone thinks Christopher Columbus did it. Nope, it was the Vikings. The Vikings just don't get as much credit. The Vikings did it a long time before, like hundreds of years before Columbus. But I did like the beginning. You couldn't even give the woman in my homeland the sniffles, because in a lot of old cultures, you would think, the women were like the housewives, raised the children. They were there to have a son, or the stereotypical women thing. But in the Viking era, that was not the case. The Viking women were just as strong as the males. And the Vikings believed in order to have a strong kin, what you would do is have both the male and the female be strong. So, they were just as good warriors as the men. Though they didn't go out to combat as much as the males, they were just as strong if need be. And they would carry the men out of war. So, they were strong as hell. So, I like that. Really good references here.
My homeland, the sniffles. You can keep your astronomer. I'll sail with the conquerors for thousands of kilometers, discovering the continents. I'm Alpha Dog dominant. You can't beat
Alpha
me.
Dog.
I'll drop you like Greece's GDP. Send you deeper underground than the depths of your Hades. Now make like your daddy and swallow my baby.
Hardest bar. Make like your daddy and swallow my babies. That is rough. So Kronos, the son of, or not the son, the father of Zeus, believe it or not. So Kronos had a prophecy come to him that Kronos overtook his father and became the power. So Kronos had that prophecy that his children would do that. So in order to prevent that, because he was so power hungry, is he swallowed his kids. Somehow, I don't remember how, but Zeus didn't get swallowed. I think the mother at the time shielded him or got him away, and so he was able to grow up and take back to fight Kronos, and Kronos did regurgitate the children. But yeah, Kronos tried to swallow his kids because you couldn't necessarily kill a god. That way they couldn't grow up. So yeah, that was rough. That was rough right there. Swallow my babies. Oof. And then the depths of Hades. We know that. Greece's GDP. I actually don't know too much about Greece's economy. I'm sure with the whole virus thing going on right now, it's probably not too insane. But I did like the alpha dog dominant. So you know that they're referencing the two alpha dogs in the lunar cycle, the sun and the moon. They would chase the gods of the sun and moon and try to devour them. They're related to Fenrir. So yeah, just lots of old mythology references here.
A dog dominant, you can't beat me. I will drop you like Greece's GDP. Send you
Dude,
underground.
Thor is murdering Zeus
though. Make like your daddy and swallow my baby. You think the underworld scares the ruler of the sky? You're joking. Loki must have written your line. By the time I finish whipping you with wits and rhymes, you'll need a lighter for your ship, cause a Viking just died.
Okay, that was a really short verse, but so you'll need a lighter for your ship because a Viking just died. The Vikings believed, burial at sea where you light a ship on fire and, send the body there. They die, they sink with their ship and things like that. So that's what they believed. That was hard. Well, not too crazy of a third verse, but a solid.
Your glory days are over. Your record should have told you. Kick your wrinkling tick back in your toga like Opa. Here, take these drachma for your eyes. When you get to River Styx, tell your three-headed bitch I say hi.
Dude, okay, Thor bodied Zeus. Okay, dude, body bagged them. But break down this last little line. So the Oracle Delphi, the building, was known to be connected to Apollo. So that's why he's saying you should have saw this coming. So that's the reference there. But take the drachma for your eyes and tell your three-headed bitches, Cerberus, that I said hi, and then River Styx. Okay, so they believed in the putting coins over your eyes, getting buried like that, because you need to pay the toll in River Styx to get into the underworld. So that's why they got coins. So he's saying, I killed you too. And Cerberus, is a dog bitch, say hi. Dude, hard bars. Dude, this was a really good battle. I do think it was one-sided towards Zeus. Thor bodied Zeus. Thor definitely bodied Zeus. This was a nice battle. I thought with Legos it'd be kind of goofy, but it was hard. It was the hard stuff. All right. Leave your comments down below what you guys want me to watch next. Drop a sub. We're on the road to 1,000, and I thank you all for showing up.